race fans, and welcome to the official NASCAR iRacing series presented by V8 Online. It's week 19 of racing, and we're coming to you live from Loudon, New Hampshire. This 1 mile racetrack is sure to give us all we can handle tonight, as the brakes will sure to get a test. Before we get started, we want to let you know that tonight's broadcast is presented in glorious high definition and, of course, brought to you by our good friends from Track Racer, Sim Instruments, and our always favorite, Get30MX.com. My name is JD Smith. With me tonight to call all the action is my good friend, Kane Kraft. And Kane, it is really getting tight around this time of the season. The points are getting really close. We got a really fun track tonight. New Hampshire has a special place for me on the season. When we look at all these circuits, it really provides some excellent racing, especially at this point in the season when the points are starting to get really tight. Not only will we be tight in these low to no bank turns, it's going to be tight in the point standings as well. Tell us a little bit about what you got planned for tonight, buddy. Welcome to the show, Kane Kraft, everybody.
Yeah, tonight's going to be a fantastic race. We go from the high speeds and intense action at Daytona to the flat track at New Hampshire, and these guys really got it. This is a driver's track. These guys really have to be on their game and come in here driving this track. They got to be hard on the brakes and hard on the gas, and it really is a pretty tough track, so it's going to be an exciting one to watch. Now, these guys do short tracks pretty good. We've seen at Darlington, we've seen these guys go caution free, so I know that these guys can have a great race. Now, earlier you were talking about the points. Now, the points are really heating up. Patrick Crabtree is in the lead. He's about over 500 points ahead of second place Steve Esney, but that's where the points really get tight, because Steve Esney's just got a 5-point lead over Casey Tucker in third, and Timu Evening, he's just 16 points off of Casey Tucker, so that's just 21 points off of Steve Esney. So the battle for second place in the point standings is just really close right now. By the end of this race, it could be any of these three's position. So it's getting really intense there for the at the top of this charts. But you can't say enough about PSRG topping these charts, first, second, and third in points. So great job to those guys for working as hard as they've been working to accomplish that.
All three of those drivers, Kane, have not only been phenomenal as of late, they've really improved from the beginning. We all know the kind of year Casey Tucker has had. When he started out, he wasn't doing so hot, and then after about a good 6 weeks ago, Casey did something, and I don't know what he did, but ever since then, he has just been on fire and has been a thrill to watch around the racetrack. On the other hand, Patrick Crabtree, he's obviously in the lead, Kane. He has had just a fantastic run so far. And Stephen Esney, another one on the rise. He's improved as well right there. But you mentioned the closeness of these points, and that's going to play a humongous part in the remainder of the season. Obvious reasons why. But a big turning point is a race like tonight. We just left Daytona, which some would call like a crapshoot. Any of the restrictor plate tracks, it is kind of a crapshoot. There's a lot of skill involved, but it's a lot of luck involved as well. On a track like tonight, it'll be a lot less luck, a lot more tactical racing, and that's, I think, a lot of the guys really appreciate that. And I think that we're going to see some points change, some strong points changes tonight. This is a tough track. This is not a short track, really. It's not really a mile and a half or a speedway. It's just what I like to call an intermediate track. It's about the perfect mix, really. You're not at a super short track. It's a mile-long racetrack, so it's got distance, but with the low banking that we'll see here tonight, it's like I said, I like to call it an intermediate track, and I believe that's the official terminology for some. I know Fox Sports calls it that, but It's a great track. I love New Hampshire. And even if you're not doing straight up oval racing here, Kane, they have a wonderful road circuit as part. It's like the best roval in the country, if you want to call it a roval. But we got some
Yeah, it's really
exciting.
neat, the roval that they have. It goes off into the countryside and comes back in. It's really cool.
One day I would like to see these Gen 6 cars take a little break off the oval and try the roval track out. I think that would be interesting.
Maybe we can do something like that for a week 13 race or something someday.
I am feeling an idea in the works. But without further ado, getting ready to head out to Loudon, New Hampshire for this fantastic race. 150 laps is what we have in store, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that may have just joined us, welcome along for race week 19 in the NASCAR iRacing series. This is the open setup series if you haven't ever seen our show before. So these guys are the best of the best in the Road to Pro Challenge. They're trying to earn those prestigious black stripes in the oval side of iRacing. Also, these guys are working very hard. They have so much work put in the weeks to get these setups just right for these races. Teams working hard together, privateers working hard. It's a lot that goes into it that we don't get to cover each week, Kane, and it really shows up on a track like New Hampshire. Another thing about this track that's really big, and the good drivers will use it well, is adjusting brake bias on the fly. This is a track you constantly have to adjust every 5 to 10 laps. You're going to need to adjust that brake bias because it changes so much throughout the course of a green flag run. Now, if we come in here today, Kane, and we get demolished and just hit and hit and hit by caution after caution, then they won't have to worry about the brake bias setup quite as much as if we get the green flag runs. If we get the long green flag runs, it's going to be critical that these guys make these adjustments on the fly. They cannot wait to come in for a pit stop. What's going to happen is if they do not adjust on the fly correctly, they will get so loose in these turns, the time that they will lose. You'll just see guys start to lose positions, and you'll think that the other cars are just that much faster, but what it is their fall off is going to almost multiply 3 or 4 times more than the cars that can adjust that brake bias here. It's very, very important, and I know that the good drivers will do it. It'll be fun to see who doesn't catch on, though. Well, I do want to talk about something, though, buddy. As the cars are warming up here at New Hampshire, we got to look at the very importance of qualifying, and look who got the pole tonight here at New Hampshire. And how about this? Kenny Hump in the number 8 machine tonight will be on the pole, and we want to congratulate Kenny. That's an awesome starting position to start here on the pole. He's in the NRC game servers. Excuse me, it's loading up, but guess who's going to be on the outside pole tonight? That's right. That's the Reese Team Power Chevy is Kenny Hump's car. But back here in second place, it's going to be Chad Lawton starting in the number 2 machine. So Chad Lawton in the Viper Chevrolet starting in second. Third, it's going to be Sasha Wessler in the LRM Chevy. Chris Overland will be starting fourth in the Menard Chevy. And back in fifth, it's going to be Tyler Hill in the TimmyHill.com Chevrolet. That is your top 5. Nathan Wise, a great starting position tonight, Kane. He'll be starting in the Aero Presence. Let's just call it Aero Chevy there. It's a tough one to pronounce. Billy Price will be starting in 7th in the number 23 machine. Look for him in the Worth Chevy to have a great night. Greg McKinney will be starting 8th in the number 27 car tonight in the Sim Racing Graphics Chevy. Forty Lopez Jr. returns in the P32 Designs Toyota. He'll start 9th. And rounding out your top 10 tonight is the number 26 machine, Lowe's Chevrolet of Blake Bryant. Nicholas Morse will be starting 11th with the points leader, Patrick Crabtree, starting 12th. Ian Hahn will start in 13th tonight. He is in the Geico Chevrolet. E.J. O'Rourke will be starting 14th in the number 20 car. Michael Conti will be here tonight, starting 15th. We know how hot he's been. He'll be in a different ride tonight. Michael Conti in a Ford Fusion tonight, Kane. Justin Bolton on the track, starting in the 16th position in the bestwestern.com Chevy. Matt Busa will be starting 17th in the Toyota Camry, the number 4 car. One back position from that is Justin Trombley. He'll be in the Fanatec Ford Fusion, starting 18th. PJ Sturgios in the LRM Chevy will be in the number 6 car tonight, starting 19th. Casey Tucker is 3rd in points and will be starting 20th tonight. 21st will be Adam Gilliland, 22nd Tyler Laughlin, Stephen Azini, the 2nd in points in the Scrabble machine. He'll be starting 23rd. Thomas Lewandowski, 24th. Shane Daughtry, 25th. 26th will be Corey Vincent with Josh Fox in 27th. 28th will be Jacob Harberts. And 29th, it'll be Kyle McCormick, Paul Kashiba, 30th. And rounding out our 31-car field tonight will be Chad Coleman in the number 28 machine, Kane. This is going to be a heck of a race with Kenny Hump on the pole. I'm already excited, buddy. I know you can't wait.
I'm glad to see a couple of these drivers return that we haven't seen for a while. Paul Kashiba comes back. I don't think we've seen him since Bristol. I know he dominated Bristol. Such a great short track driver. Of course, he drives modifieds in real life, so kind of, I guess it gets him a little bit closer to real life on the short tracks. But yeah, great to see Paul Kashiba back, as well as Mike Conti and Chad Coleman as well. Chad Coleman with us again tonight.
Yeah, you're right. It's a while since we've seen Paul Kashiba. He was here the week before last, but before then, it was, I believe, Bristol. I mean, it had been a long time, buddy. And so it's really good to see him back. You know, when it's been a while like that, it makes you wonder how they'll perform coming back. I tell you who I'm proud of, Nathan Wise, a guy that's only been here the past couple of weeks. He's starting 6th tonight in the number 25 Chevy. It'd be good to see him perform well. He's kind of had a little bit of bad luck ever since he's joined this series, at least the top split anyhow. He's got a great starting position tonight. He needs to take advantage of that and finish with a great result. On the other hand, Kane, Chris Overland has had tremendously bad luck lately. He's been caught up in the wrong end of wrecks and just all kinds of bad things happening. He's been extremely fast, though, and tonight he starts in the 4th position. It is definitely a night that the Menard Chevy could end up in victory lane. Another, on the other hand, as well, Kane, Jordy Lopez Jr., a driver who has had a fantastic season, but unfortunately not as high in the points as he could be, because he has had an off week or two here or there. He's had a couple of bad, unlucky nights, but Jordy Lopez Jr. seems like he has a fast car tonight in the P32 Designs machine. That Camry looks good, Kane. He's got a great starting spot. He'll be one to keep an eye on. Well, it's that time of the show. Before we get gridded up, Kane, it's time for our race picks tonight. And I know I always make you kick off with the race pick. So tonight, I'm actually going to step back, and I'll do the pick first tonight. That will give you a second to breathe and think about it. But out of all the drivers on the track tonight, there's a lot of things to take into consideration. But I think that the PSRG guys have been phenomenal. And if it's a night we're going to pick those guys, I'm going to have to go against them tonight. I just don't think this is a track that's going to suit them well. I know that they've had a fantastic season, but I'm going to go with a guy who I know is fantastic. I'm going to go with the number 2 tonight, the Viper Chevrolet of Chad Lawton, Kane. I think this guy, starting on the outside pole, I think that he has plenty of experience here at New Hampshire, and I think that we'll see him at the end of the day doing donuts, brother. That leaves you with your pick, my friend. Go ahead, tell us who is going to win the race. I know that you tend to have a little better luck in the picks sometimes than I do.
I don't know. The guy I'm going to pick starting way far at the back, I'm going to go with Paul Kashiba. I think his short track experience in real life is going to help him out here like it did at Bristol. And I think this guy's going to get through the pack with, and have a great race. So I'm keeping my eye on Paul Kashiba.
So you're picking a short track driver at an intermediate track. I like that. They can be similar. It's going to be interesting for sure. It's definitely, as the pace car starts his way around now, he'll have, looks like we'll have 2 to go here, Kane, I believe, or they may give just 1 to go. In fact, that's exactly what it is. It will be 1 to go here. So here is your top 10 while we're getting around the first part of the turns here. It's going to be Kenny Hump, Chad Lawton, Sasha Wessler, Chris Overland, 4th, Tyler Hill, 5th, Nathan Wise, 6th, 7th, Billy Price, Greg McKinney, 8th, 9th, Jordy Lopez Jr., and Blake Bryant rounding out your top 10. As we head down the back stretch, we'll be going green in just a moment's time, Kane, as the pace car heads down towards 3 and 4. Week 19 of racing is fixing to commence here at our favorite mile track, I think. It's definitely mine. And here we go around turns 3 and 4. All eyes down there on the iRacing.com pace car as it heads into pit road. Let's go racing at New Hampshire. Kenny Hump takes us green. Oh, it's a fantastic race start, King. Chris Overland has a great start right now, side-by-side racing with Nathan Wise and Sasha Wessler. Sasha Wessler down on the inside right now, and can Sasha make the move to get past Nathan Wise? Nathan started in the 6th position. He's trying to move up once Sasha Wessler started. He's falling back in the unique design Chevy, King. Not the best start for Sasha. Tough news for Chad. Very tough news for my pick, as his car has disappeared straight from the rip. Chad Lawton's car seems to be, guess we'll call it blown up, Kane. It is off the track.
Yeah, I seen that. Chad Lawton seemed to disappear there, and there's another driver that already headed into the pits. So a couple drivers starting off with some bad luck. PJ Sturgis was the other one. E.J. O'Rourke, also one that's off pace pretty far. He's at the back of the pack now, just trying to even keep up with the pack.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Oh, and for the first time today, Kane, the caution flag is out. Let's see if we can find out where that has taken place. I see
Kyle
a car.
McCormick has been a part of it, one of the PSRG guys.
Yeah, definitely so. The number 22 machine caught up in it, as well as the 29 car. So that's Kyle McCormick, as you mentioned. Let's see if we can get us a replay here and find out what was the cause of this early caution.
On the race recall replay, we're going to keep an eye on Kyle McCormick, as ultimately we know he was involved. So the accident actually happened up further ahead of him with the 29 car. Kyle McCormick ended up running into him, but the 29 car of Ian Hahn is actually the culprit.
Yeah, Kane. Ian Hahn had a little bit of contact with the number 13 machine of Steven Ezzany. No, he didn't. He got loose, buddy. Just on exit. I don't know if he got on the accelerator a little bit too heavy coming out of turn, but when he did, he just went nose first into the wall on the backstretch here at New Hampshire, and unfortunately made pretty hard contact there with the 22 car. Now, he also caught somebody else involved as well, Kane, and I hate to say it, but he also made contact with the number 14 machine of Thomas Lewandowski. So 2 birds with 1 stone there from the 29 car of Ian Hahn. I know that wasn't intentional, but definitely not the way either one of these 3 cars wanted to start the race today. So as we clean up the mess, for the first time today, the caution is out. So so far, not too good of a start, buddy. Not what we wanted to see this early.
No, not what we wanted to see at all. But the drivers seem to have a pretty good grip on the track. It looked like most of the cars seem to have good control over this flat track, and I think we're going to see some good racing here tonight.
I agree 100%, pal. I think that we're going to see some outstanding racing, and what's funny is I really wanted to pick Chris Overland, and I picked him last week in the Daytona, and I just couldn't pick somebody 2 weeks in a row, and he's already up to second, looking fantastic.
Yeah, you can count on Chris Overland to make his way through the field at just about any track. He was the Pro Series winner last year, and he's just fast. That he hasn't had good luck here this season, but he's got a lot of pace, a lot of talent. So I look to see him start turning things around and start seeing victory lane before long.
Yeah, but he's got to be getting there pretty soon. I mean, you got to think that anyways. The bad luck eventually has to go on. I think that the talent is there, and it's just a matter of time. He's just got to catch a break. And the way that he's running, I know we haven't seen any racing today, but he was very fast in qualifying. So, and the way he started this race, things looking good for him. Now, Kenny Hump up there in the number 8 machine, a great start off the initial start of the race. Let's see if he can keep this going. He's up there up front. He obviously qualified on the pole. The number 8 machine is extremely fast today. Let's see if he can keep things going for an extended period of time. I really like to see what can happen on a long run here, Kane.
I think we'll get one, actually. I think the racing's really going to get good at this track. I could be wrong. We've said it before, and we've been wrong before, but with the way these guys have been doing the last few weeks, these guys really have been showing a lot more respect on the track, and I think we're going to see that here tonight, and I think we're going to have some great racing.
All right, pace car is in, guys. All eyes on Kenny Hump as we green for the first time. The restart has commenced. A great start for the number 8. All down on the inside, Sasha Wessler has to hit the brakes quick as he came up on the rear of the 25 car, Nathan Wise. That's going to cause trouble, but it will allow Tyler Hill to move to the inside and advance into the 4th position. Now the number 27 car of Greg McKinney will slide up another spot and stay inside the top 5 now. Also, right behind him is Billy Price in the number 23 Worth Chevrolet. Back up front, Kenny Hump in the number 8. A good 3-car lead over Chris Overland in the Menard Chevy 19. Oh, great start. Here we go. And now I'm telling you what, Chris Overland getting a good run through there through turns 1 and 2. Through 1 and 2. And he's really cut it to about a 2-car lead between him and Kenny Hump. Oh, great side-by-side racing between Jordy Lopez Jr. and the number 31 machine. They are battling for position. That's Nicholas Morse in the 31 in the marketing Chevrolet. He's doing fantastic. Now here comes the number 3 Best Western Chevy, Justin Bolton, right on the tail of Jordy Lopez Jr. Jordy really holding down that inside line, seeing if it can pay dividends in the end. Look at this, a great jump through the turn for the number 31 car. That middle lane, or you could call it the outside lane right now, is working really good as he passes Jordy.
Yeah, that middle lane is the hot lane at this track. That right at where you see the 2 different color variations. That's where the drivers are going to will be fighting for that real estate, because seems to be where the best grip is around the track.
Great side-by-side racing with Justin Bolton right now, and a great pass on the inside there. A fantastic move.
Got a car blinking in and out a couple spots back. That could be causing some trouble. Looks like it's Patrick Crabtree, maybe.
Yeah, Patrick Crabtree in the Raptor SVT Ford Fusion in the 11 car. If you're looking on, he's easy to catch, the black and red car with the red wheels. Now the number 6 car is going to try to make a move on the inside. That's PJ Sturgios in the Sim Room Chevy. Fantastic move on here by PJ. Let's see if he can make it stick through turns 1 and 2. Oh, that's beautiful stuff right there from PJ Sturgios. He's almost got it And here he should have it through 3 and 4. He'll hold it for the moment, and very nice. He's got a good job. He's got another car in front of him. That's number 12 machine of Tyler Laughlin. And we'll see how Tyler does in the all-black number 12 there, as he's kind of hanging out in 16th. I'm checking in on your pick, Kane. Paul Kashiba in the number 24. He's back in 22nd at the moment. He's right behind Josh Fox in the Lowe's Chevy. He's just kind of hanging in right now, and is just to keep an eye on him. He's in the Pro Design Chevy, number 24, a great number, by the way. But his car looks good out there right now. He's got a ways to go, but we'll just kind of watch him through the race.
Side-by-side racing with the number 5 of Blake Bryant getting around the 26 car of Justin Tromley. Around the outside now. Justin Tromley. Well, it looks like the number 6 of PJ Sturgis is going to go to the inside there and try to get the move done, but thinks better of it and goes back behind.
Here comes PJ Sturgis. Looks like he might try to do it again there, buddy. He's right there on the number 26 of Blake Bryant in the Lowe's Chevrolet. And here he comes. He's going to try to move on the inside again, see if he can make that inside line work for him. It doesn't seem to work right now, Kane. The number 26 definitely has a little more grip on that outside line.
Yeah, mixed the drivers around a lap or two ago. Sorry about that. The 26 is Blake Bryant in the Lowe's vehicle.
Oh man, just some good racing right now. Guys just trying to fill things out. We got 150 laps to do tonight. And here comes PJ. He's going to try it again, Kane. Right there on the inside of the 26 car of Blake Bryant. Blake might have got a little loose right there on the exit of turn 4. And that may be the reason he'll have to lose this. No, wait a minute. It's not over. He really got aggressive going into 1 and 2. And the 26 machine of Blake Bryant side by side with PJ Sturgios. This is what a battle is all about, Kane. They don't care that they're battling for 15th. This is fantastic. All right now, PJ Sturgios has that pass, and he does make it stick. Beautiful job of back and forth racing.
Here comes Tyler Laughlin down to the inside as well. He's going to try and get position as well.
A car starting to look a little bit good is the gmercer.com number 10 of Adam Gilliland. He's in the 8th position right now. And Adam started the day all the way back in 21st, Kane. He's all the way up to 8th, and he's already on the right on the heels of Nicholas Morris in the 7th position.
Yeah, Adam Gilliland is the biggest mover. He's gained 13 positions to get up there into the 8th spot. And a couple others that are big movers. Justin Bolton's made his way up into 9th, 7 position gain. Matt Busas, he's gained 7 position as well to get up into 10th. Michael Conti's gained 4. Tyler Laughlin, he's gained 6.
Wow, in a short period of time, we're only 20 laps into the race, and we're on the 21st lap now. And gmercer.com Chevy looks like he's ready to make a move. And if he does, I think we may see Justin Bolton try to follow. Hey, he got on the inside but decided better of it. And that is not going to help Adam Gilliland advance. That hesitation actually cost him a second there. Oh, we got it really tightening up here, Kane. The 27 car kind of holding things up. That's Greg McKinney. And he's not really holding it up, but the 31 car is right there with him, and the 10 car right behind them. This is a tight 3-car line. Just to get a quick check-in on our leader, Kenny Hump still has about a 3 to 4 car length over Chris Overland, and that's a great sign for the number 8 machine in the Reese. Oh, he looks good, Kenny. There's a little glitch there for a second. I was worried. He looks fantastic, though. That Kenny Hump in the Reese. What does that say? Reese Tom Tower? Toe power in the Reese Toe Power Chevrolet. There we go. I couldn't get that out. I couldn't tell what it said.
Yeah, you know, the Reese bar that goes on the back of your truck to tow your trailer and stuff.
That's
exactly what that
right.
is.
Tyler Hill in third right now in the Timmy Hill Motorsports machine. Right now there's no threats for Tyler. He is all by himself in third. If you go back a little ways, you will find Nathan Wise, and behind him Sasha Wessler. And you have to go a couple more car lengths to start this little train of cars between Nicholas Morse and Adam Gilliland. Now right now Mr. Bolton has some company. It's Matt Busa in the number 4 Toyota Camry. Now Matt Busa going to try to make a move on the inside of Justin here. I don't know if he's what it takes to do it just yet. He doesn't seem to have the grip that he needs.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
And the caution has waved, Kane. The caution is out. The second yellow of the afternoon. Let's find out what's going on.
Well, it looks like my luck is going to be about as bad as yours, but my driver's still on the track. It was Paul Kashiba.
Yeah.
It don't look like the damage is too bad, but let's take a race recall replay and see exactly what happened.
We may have to make new picks. Paul's coming out of turn 4, Kane, and he looks like the tail of his car tapped the wall, and it caused him to get loose there right across the start-finish line. The car's fine. It just needs some new tires on it.
Yeah, he didn't make contact with anything, so I think he's going to be okay. We'll take him back to the back of the field, but he had gained 8 positions already up to that point, so he'll just have to work his way up. It's still early. In the pit lane now. Everybody's heading to the pits to more than likely get some tires and get some attention from their crew. Battle off of pit road. Looks like it's going to be Kenny Humpy followed by Chris Overland, and then Tyler Hill. They're going to come out the same way they went in, with the exception, no, it's that way clear back to 7th place.
Can you hear me now?
Got you now, JD. I know.
Right,
I knew you were missing because I wasn't hearing you talk during the pit stops, and I know the pit stops is one of your favorite parts.
Oh, you know I was. I hate that you missed it, because what I was talking about, I was getting all excited. Mr. Tyler Hill almost edged out Chris Overland on the exit of that pit, Kane. He only edged him out by a nose hair, and that allowed Chris Overland to stay in second. But the advantage may be for Tyler Hill, because he'll get to start on the inside line versus starting on the outside. We know that the outside here is sometimes hard. You have to have a really strong car, Kane, to be able to start on the outside and make the pass. So sometimes it's better to start in third here. Did you hear that, buddy?
Yeah, all that came through loud and clear. I think we got you back now.
Deal, my friend. It's going to restart like this, guys. We'll do a quick rundown as it's going to restart like this. Kenny Hump in the lead. He's led all 29 laps today. Chris Overland will start on the outside of row 1. Row 2 will look like this. Tyler Hill and Nathan Wise. Justin Bolton will be starting 5th. 6th, Sasha Wessler. 7th, Nicholas Morse. Adam Gilliland. 8th. 9th will be Matt Busa. Michael Conti, welcome to the top 10. He'll start in 10th. Jordy Lopez Jr. will be starting in the number 11, or in the 11th spot. And you know what, he is in a new car this week. Jordy Lopez Jr. in a new P32 Designs car, and it looks fantastic. I guess it just loaded up all of a sudden. That thing is beautiful. Tell you what, Matt Boos's just popped up as well, and it looks really cool. We'll talk about that more here in just a minute. We got to get a race restarted here for our second restart today. The police car is in, and Kenny Hump takes us green. A little bit of rear wheel spin from Kenny, not much. It allows Chris Overland to hang right with him, Kane. Oh, beautiful. Really close there. Racing it out right now. Kenny Hump does get ahead, but things are a little bit closer than
Justin
last
Bolton
time.
and Adam Gilliland side by side going into the turn. Adam Gilliland had to hit the brakes a little bit as it come up on Sasha Wessler. That's going to allow Justin Bolton the advantage.
Yeah, Justin Bolton on the inside right now. He cannot make it work with the cold tires. He just went in the pits. That inside will not work. It may, I just don't think it will on cold tires. Sasha should have the advantage, and right now he does. It'll actually help out Sasha, but we'll see if the gmercer.com of Adam Gilliland, if his Chevy can get around Justin as well. Oh, he drove it in too hard, Kane. He drove it in too hard.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times, and it's really cost him a lot of momentum, but ultimately he did get his position back from Justin Bolton. Now he's going to work on to the inside of Sasha, but still entering just a little bit too hard.
Right now, Michael Conti side by side with Justin Bolton, and these two are very fast drivers. Michael Conti will make the pass. So Michael Conti moving towards the front here, Kane. He's already right there with Sasha and Adam Gilliland. So this is really good racing here with Michael Conti in the #1 Ford Fusion.
It's interesting that Michael Conti has come in with a plain paint today. No, just a default iRacing skin today. No custom paint job. Just a plain old #1 car.
In a new manufacturer, Kane. He's always in a Chevy in the Ubuntu Chevrolet, and today, you're right, he's in the uncensored Ford Fusion. Got some questions. Right now, looking at Jordy Lopez Jr., he would love to catch Matt Busa, who's on the inside of Just Trombley. And right now, that #4 Toyota Camry is looking awesome. He's on the inside right now, Kane, and there's a great battle between these two. The #4 Roll Speed Dynamics Toyota Camry is trying his hardest to stay ahead there. He'd love to move up ahead of Trombley. It's going to be tough. He's really got to hold on. PJ Sturgio's in the picture as well, Kane, as the battle for 10th commences. It's PJ Sturgio's trying to hold off Justin Trombley there. We got some really good racing right now. Side by side, here's the #4. Oh, man, Jordy Lopez Jr. tap wall and somehow kept it stable. Beautiful job there by the #6 P32 Designs Toyota of Jordy Lopez Jr. And that was so close. He almost, I don't know how he kept things clean, but he did a nice job. Oh, here comes Justin Trombley. He's going to get ahead of Sasha Wessler and move up into the 9th position. And this is back and forth racing at its best. God bless New Hampshire Motor Speedway, game.
Yeah, some fantastic racing here tonight, as we figured we would see, but the action definitely intense here.
Good grief. Back here, these guys just still racing it out. The #4, Matt Busa, racing hard with the Monster Energy machine. That's the #12, and he is really holding on for dear life. That's Tyler Laughlin. And Tyler, you know he is a fantastic, oh man, the #4 of Matt Busa got a little bit loose there through turn 4. That's going to cause him to lose spot to the #17 of Corey Vincent in the Astro Chevy. We haven't talked about Corey much this week. He has started in the top 5 the past 3 weeks, but this week unable to qualify up in the top of the field. So he ended up, actually, Corey Vincent started 26th, Kane. So for him to be all the way up in 15th right now, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, and there is a lot to say about Corey. He's made his way up into that prestigious top 20, and so I think he was up around the 16th, 17th mark. So that's fantastic to come and to get your way up into there mid-season like this, and to be fighting for to stay up in that top 20 like he is. So that's
Kane, your
he's
boy,
doing a great
Paul
job.
Kashiba. Kane, Paul Kashiba, great move on Josh Fox. What a pass. And here comes Stephen Esney on the inside. We're going to get 3 wide at New Hampshire if Casey Tucker decides to go down. He didn't. That could have been insane right there. Blake Bryant was right there in the mix. And here comes Stephen Esney, Josh Fox, and Casey Tucker. Sorry to cut you off, buddy, but when you go 3 wide at New Hampshire, you just can't help it. The Duval Designs Ford Fusion of Casey Tucker right there with his teammate Stephen Esney, and they had Josh Fox on the outside. They were going to get 3 wide, and then Blake Bryant came into the picture. We got a diamond of cars right here in the back of the field. This is positions 20th through 23rd, and they're all right here together. Great racing even at the back of the field. Paul Kashiba, he was right in the mix, Kane, but now he is up. He is right there beside points leader Patrick Crabtree in the Raptor SVT. And I hate to say this, I don't like to report it, but he is our points leader, Patrick Crabtree. That car is blinking in and out really bad. If you're not real familiar with sim racing, you can compare that to a sputter in the engine, because if that connection goes, that race is over. You might as well say the engine is blown. His day is over. So very worrisome connection right there from the points leader here at New Hampshire. This is big news.
Yeah, but on top of the damage that it causes you in your race, because you're driving, you're scared that you're going to lose connection and stuff like that. But it really makes it tough for the drivers around you, because as you blink out, they don't know where you're going to be, and accidents can happen very easily from a broken up connection.
It really can, Kane, and I want to bring something to everybody's attention. We do have had a fantastic competition going on here at V8's Online, Kane, and we mentioned it last week. And tell us a little bit. Did we have a winner yet, or are we continuing? I want to know.
We'll pick the winner on Friday, so that'll give everybody watching the race now a chance to participate.
All right, well, let me tell them what it is. You heard it from the man. This is a great competition, guys, for all of the viewers out there watching the race live. Go ahead and take a photo of yourself watching the race, and all you have to do is post it on V8's Online's Facebook page. Show us that you love watching the race, and in return, we'll pick a winner out of those photos and send out some iRacing credits to you. Get yourself some content. We're going to hook you up just for showing some love to your favorite V8's Online crew right here, and we love doing it. The address will be down there on your screen. That's Facebook.com/V8's Online, and you cannot miss out. All you got to do, take that photo and put it up on the website, but you can't beat that. Enter yourself into a little chance to win some iRacing credits, buddy.
Yeah, we ran the contest last week and had a winner. Of course, last week's winner was Joe Burkett. He posted a selfie of himself watching the broadcast, and now he is the proud owner of some brand new iRacing content. So send us a selfie of you watching the show, and you too could get a new track, a new car, whatever you'd like. We'll send you 15 bucks worth of iRacing credits, and you can get a car and then host some races if you want. But you gotta send us a picture of you watching the race.
That word trips me out.
Which word?
Selfie.
Yeah. That's the teenagers nowadays, they can come up with stuff pretty quickly.
Tell you what, right now our leader, Kenny Hump, coming up on lap traffic. He's coming up on the number 14 of Thomas Lewandowski. So that will put Thomas down a lap. He would be the Get Dirty MX lucky dog if the caution were to wave. Now Chris Overland heading around him right now as they head through turn 4. And that actually cost Chris Overland a little bit of time. Kenny got around him pretty decently. So we'll see how that fares out as Mr. Thomas Lewandowski is down now. Michael Conti has made his way up to 5th place, Kane, and he is right there behind Tyler Hill. We'll keep an eye on that, but one guy we have not talked about enough is the number 25 machine of Nathan Wise. Nathan started the day in 6th place. I talked about him pre-race, about today could be a day he could really shine through. And Kane, he has done that so far through the first 49.5 laps. Here he is, Nathan Wise in the top 3, and he looks good. That car looks fantastic right now.
Yeah, Nathan definitely doing a fantastic job today so far. A little loose there, but still on the hunt now. He's making his way around the lad car, Thomas Lewandowski. Some serious damage there to the 14 car of Thomas Lewandowski. I'm actually kind of surprised that he's not got the black flag. I mean, he's obviously had it repaired enough to come back out, but that's some significant damage.
Yeah, it's a good bit of damage. He, luckily, he's not getting the black flag, so he can stay out there, but he's not getting any help from the caution gods, I'm telling you that. He is definitely not. In fact, speaking of that, Kane, we got to start thinking about green flag stops here in just a little while, and you gotta, this is a track at green flag stop. You got to be careful because it can catch you down, not one, but sometimes 2 laps. If you get caught on a green flag, you get stuck in there and the caution then waves. It can really put you down.
Tell you what, a driver that seems to be doing really well on the long run, Adam Gilliland, he's made his way up into 5th place now. Now he's looking ahead to Tyler Hill.
Yeah, that car is definitely set up for the long haul. Look at that pass on Tyler Hill. Made it look easy, and I tell you what, he was either doing some tire saving or he's been adjusting that brake bias that we talked about, Kane, because his car is looking extremely smooth for late in this run. We might even need to just, I want to look on board and see how he's driving this track real quick.
Justin Bolton now around Mike Conti.
Adam Gilliland right on Nathan Wise's tail. And ladies and gentlemen, the caution is out for the 3rd time today. Let's find out what has happened on this 3rd caution of the afternoon. It's going to be PJ Sturgio's, Kane, facing the wrong way down the track. And let's bring out the race recall replay because it involved our that cool looking paint of the number 4 machine. And I hate to see that. That is a tough incident. As we look at the race recall replay, PJ Sturgio's heading down the backstretch here, and as he got ready to head down into the turn, I think he just came down on Matt Busa, or vice versa. I couldn't tell who went into who came, but all it did was spun him around enough to turn that car around, and he really did a good job of saving it. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, he hit the wall pretty hard, but he kept it out of other traffic, and that is the most important thing. You don't want to, I mean, if you're already going out, make sure you don't take out anybody else, and good job by PJ Sturgis to make sure that didn't happen. So that'll bring out our 3rd caution of the afternoon, and PJ heading down pit road as the rest of the field is down pit road as well, Kane. That eliminated our, oh, and Chris Overland could beat him out of the pits, but he won't. It'll be Kenny Hump out of the pits, followed by Chris Overland, Nathan Wise 3rd, and Adam Gilliland 4th. He beat out Tyler Hill, Kane.
Yeah, so did Justin Bolton and Michael Conti.
Michael Conti beat out Tyler Hill, yeah, and Justin.
So Tyler Hill found himself 3 spots back. A rough pit stop for Tyler Hill.
Hey, Kane, Tyler Laughlin's having some issues over here. The number 12 car, something is definitely going on. He almost came to a complete stop. I don't know what that's all about. He was scored in 13th, or currently he is. That's going to change, but I don't know what just happened with him.
Yeah, some issues there for Tyler Lawlin, for sure.
We're officially 1/3 of the way through the race, guys, and it's been a spectacular race so far. But every lap to this point has been led by Kenny Hump, who has just been dominant here today. Also, second place hasn't changed either, Kane. It's been Chris Overland the whole time. So these two up front look very confident today. Our third position has changed a couple times. Right now it's being held by Nathan Wise and then Adam Gilliland in fourth. Justin Bolton in the fifth position with Michael Conti in sixth. Tyler Hill in the number 7 car. He is in 7th. Nicholas Morse is in 8th, 9th. Justin Trombley, Sasha Wessler in 10th. Matt Busa in the 11th position. Corey Vincent is 12th. Currently 13th, it's Greg McKinney with Paul Kashiba. Kane's pick in 14th. Casey Tucker in 15th with Patrick Crabtree in 16th. 17th, Billy Price, Jordy Lopez Jr. 18th, Blake Bryant 19th. And rounding out our top 20, it is Stephen Esney. Now, as we get ready, we're 1 to go till we hit green again, Kane. We'll be watching for our third restart of the afternoon. I'm loving the short cautions.
Yeah, and they've been doing pretty good to keep the cautions down to a minimum. We've only had a few here. We're a third of the way through the race, so.
Yeah, and I love how quick the cautions
right
take. They're only they're only a few, like a minute and a half or 2 minute long cautions, and they're back green. I love it. And the pace car is in. Oh, and Chris Overland now with a big jump, but he's going to have to slow up before the start-finish line. He doesn't want to get a black flag, and he doesn't. He did a good job, but he had a big jump there on Kenny Hump, but he cannot pass him until the start-finish line. You must have the leader cross first. And that is going to help Kenny Hump, because when Chris Overland slowed down to make sure Kenny crossed it first, it got a really good jump in reverse. There is a car length in between them, and that's all. Let's see if Chris can kind of walk him down here. Oh no, big jump there from Kenny Hump. Kane, this car is fantastic.
Yeah, there's a reason Kenny Humpy's out in the lead right now, and that's because he's bad fast. He's
right. Go ahead, buddy. I just wanted to let you know the 31 car and Justin Bolton are side by side in a crucial race for position. This is the race for 6th. One of them was going to get into the other one. They actually made light contact there for a moment, and the 31 car does make the pass, and he lost it and then made the pass back again. So there he is. That's Nicholas Morse.
Whew, 3 wide, a little further back is Paul Kashiba's trying to get around Sasha Wessler, and he does get around him. But yeah, it's a little hairy there for a second.
You gotta love it. 3 wide at New Hampshire, baby. Sasha Wessler now going to go on the inside of Paul Kashiba here, the Unique Design Chevy, trying to move up another position. He wants that 12th spot from, or 11th spot, excuse me, from Paul Kashiba. Hey, look who's starting to climb his way up towards the top 10. It's Casey Tucker. Casey has been in the back of the pack all day long. He's been back in 20th and around 22nd all day. Now he's at least up to 15th, right behind the number 27 car of Greg McKinney. Also, points leader Patrick Crabtree right there with him. And then behind him, it's Billy Price. Jordy Lopez Jr. has fallen back to 18th. Stephen Esney, 19th came.
Yeah, the PSRG guys said before coming in to the race tonight that they just didn't really feel like they had a good pace here. But they're doing pretty good. They're up in the top 20. They're midway through the field, so as the race goes on, maybe they'll get more of a feel for the track and make their way up the field a little bit more. Michael
Conti now trying to get Nathan Wise and move up into 4th place. Michael Conti's cars have looked pretty good, Kane. It's weird seeing him in that Ford Fusion. I know we've talked about that already, but it really keeps throwing me a loop. Little curveball in there, pal.
Yeah, they do that to us every once in a while. Change up their paint schemes on us and makes it a little difficult to pick them out of the crowd.
Speaking of a cool new paint scheme, how about the number 28 machine of Chad Coleman in the number 28 Gatorade Chevy? I like it.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking car there.
Shane Daughtry right in front of him, and Shane's in the Boyne Chevy SS, and I hate to say it, but Shane's popping in and out, Kane. He's blinking.
Yeah, Shane and Patrick Crabtree must be on the same network because their connections are pretty similar.
And I forgot to mention, pal, during that third caution, we meant to give credit to the Get Dirty MX Lucky Dog that is, or was, Thomas Lewandowski, who has rejoined the lead lap. Now he needs another caution because his car is definitely off race pace. He will be losing another lap if our leader gets back around here pretty soon. He just doesn't have the same pace with that amount of damage. I'm really proud of Thomas, though, for hanging in there, because if he gets a long pit and can get that damage repaired, he could get back in this thing.
Yeah, definitely. If we were to get a couple more cautions and him be able to get some of that damage repaired, Thomas Lewandowski is definitely a skilled driver, so we could definitely see him make some gains.
Boy, right now, Kenny Hump just looks unbeatable. His lead has grown to almost a second over Chris Overland at the moment, and then behind him, it's Adam Gilliland in third in the gmercer.com. Now remember, this Adam Gilliland machine was a lot better in the long run.
Side by side with Justin Trumley and Tyler Hill. And now Justin Trumley and Nathan Wise, sorry to interrupt. But there's a heck of a battle back there for the 7th position.
Yeah, Trombley on the inside trying to make that inside line work. We've seen it time and time again. And now it's the number 4 machine of Matt Busa who's going to try to get ahead of the 5 car, and he may be successful. He has a little bit of momentum here, Kane. Can he make it stick? He will. Also, Paul Kashiba and Sasha Wessler starting to run down the number 5 car. So Justin Trombley in danger of losing that top 10 spot.
Yeah, he's got himself back to the outside, so maybe getting that more ideal line will help him maintain position. But I think he just got down low. The other cars came around the outside, and he just couldn't get the line that he liked, and so it cost him a lot of time, a lot of speed.
Matt Busa now going to maybe try to go to the inside on Tyler Hill in the Timmy Hill Motorsports machine. In fact, that's exactly what he's going to do. He gets right by the bumper. Now he'll tuck down in on the inside line, Kane, try to get momentum. Drives it in hard, but not too hard. And he does a nice job, but you see right there, it's proof that middle line is definitely the preferred race line here at New Hampshire today. And there he goes, Kane. He does it again, and he almost got Tyler Hill that time. Maybe next time around, he'll maybe be able to get him. Here they are side by side, heading toward the start-finish line. And down for the last lap of the race, Matt Busa would have the pass. And that actually, he did officially move into 8th and moves Tyler Hill down to 9th for the moment. And he made it stick. Great driving there by Matt Busa.
Paul Kashiba has made his way up into the 11th spot, starting back, clearing the back. So great run so far for Paul Kashiba. About getting close to the halfway mark here.
Yeah, this race has kind of flown on pretty quickly. Yes, it has only had 3 cautions and some good runs. And speaking of long-term runs, Kane, we mentioned earlier about that Adam Gilliland car. That's what I was saying before we got that exciting racing going. But the gmercer.com machine looks better on longer runs. So as this run continues, you got to expect Adam Gilliland to start running down Chris Overland in second. He's not that far away from him now. And if he gets second, Kenny Hump could be in that frame either. I could see us having a new leader if this stays green.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that gap there. It's at 0.8 seconds now between Adam and Chris. We'll have to see as this run goes on a little further if Adam's able to start running that gap down.
Good time to check in on our points leader, Patrick Crabtree, Kane. Not having the best of days, but he's not having a terrible one either. He's down in 16th, but the car looks good. No damage at the moment. He's just doing his thing right now. He's got his teammate in front of him, Casey Tucker, in 15th, and they're staying out of trouble right now. This isn't their type of racetrack. Casey told us in the interview in the post-race show last week, so we expected this. But the big thing they got to do is stay out of trouble and get as many points out of this week as possible. And that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and that is exactly what they're doing. They're just riding around, staying out of trouble. I think they're probably just following each other around, trying to pick down some laps. You might see them try to get through the field a little bit as the race gets closer to the end.
Side-by-side racing with Jordy Lopez Jr. and Steven Esney, Kane, back here in the battle for 19th. And Steven Esney, the second overall in points, right there with Jordy side-by-side. They've been door-to-door for 3 laps now. It hasn't stopped. No one has had the advantage. Can Jordy make the inside line work, Kane? He got a little loose right there, and that's going to cause him to lose to our good friend Steven Esney. So Jordy with a tough spot there. He battled great for a moment, but he got loose there. That was the 4th time by they were door to door. Great racing out here. You normally don't expect good racing like that all the way back in the battle for 20th, Kane, but that's what we have here today. We're lucky.
Matt Booth is going to put the move on Nathan Wise. He's coming up on him. He looks like he's going to go down to the inside and give it a shot.
Matt Busa is driving amazing right now, Kane. I'm loving the aggression we're seeing from Matt. He's not being overly aggressive, but he's being very assertive in his moves, and I like the way he's driving this number 4 machine right now. His Camry looks absolutely phenomenal. He doesn't have the fastest car on the track, but what he's doing is making every single turn count. He's not making mistakes. He's getting down to, we got trouble. We got the 31 car blinking in and out bad, Kane. It's Nicholas Morse, and if we're not careful, we could have a netcode incident.
Yeah, Nathan Wise obviously couldn't see him at all on his screen as he run right in there hard and run right up on the back of him. And I thought we were going to see an incident there, but lucky enough, they got through it okay.
Woof. I was fixing to say that Matt Busa in the Roll Speed Dynamics Camry, I'm hoping that you can see this paint scheme on the broadcast, Kane.
Yeah, the white, pink, and yellow.
I love it. Roll Speed Dynamics, and he just so happens to be
to the inside
favorite.
He goes, and he does with some good speed too. Side by side now with the 25 car.
We got a car exiting pit road too, Kane. That caused he made it okay, but it did cause some concern for me for a second there. For Matt Busa. Look at this. Here comes Nathan Wise, buddy. He's going to try to get back around him. And now Tyler Hill is going to choose to get behind Nathan. That's going to help Nathan. I thought that he was going to go with Matt Busa, but he actually just turned it back up to the midline. This is interesting.
Yeah, Tyler not sure which line he's going to take. Now he chooses to go down low with Matt, but now he's just hanging in the middle. He's not quite sure where he's going to go.
Well, Matt Busa, in the meantime, oh man, as soon as we open our mouth, the opposite happens. Now Matt Busa makes the pass. I mean, every time you said something, they would change it. And then I opened my mouth and it would change back. What was that all about?
A little bit of contact from Tyler Hill.
Nathan Wise has some contact, and Nathan into the wall. Will not bring out the caution, and sorries are being said all over the driver chat board. That was definitely unintentional right there. I hate to say that. Woof.
Yeah, Nathan Wise back to 15th now. A race with the points leader Patrick Crabtree. So tough break for Nathan Wise.
Man, Yeah, the sorries came out from Tyler Hill. Here comes Tyler Laughlin now. Going to try to get around Tyler in the number 12 machine. Going to try to get around Nathan Wise. Kane, Nathan Wise has fallen back so far this run. It is not good.
Yeah, with that contact and going up to the wall, that really slowed him down. But now
oh,
more contact.
Again. He's going to lose 2 more positions. That's Corey Vincent and Tyler Laughlin in the 25 car having a bad day. He had a great run, a great qualified, Kane. He gets in the race, and 2 little touches have cost him so many spots. I don't know how he's still in the race because the car is fast and the car has no damage or minimal damage. It could have been horrendous when he got loose earlier. He's very lucky. How about this, Kane? We got a new leader up front with all the commotion. We missed Chris Overland getting around Kenny Hump. And now for the first time today, we have a new leader on lap 87. It's Chris Overland. And I tell you what, 85 lead laps for Kenny Hump has got to be a pain to see the Menard Chevy get around you after 85 lead laps.
I'm pretty sure he says the name Humpy, as I've heard it said in other broadcasts before. But I've never talked to him before to ask him, but I think it's Kenny Humpy.
Oh, okay. Well, Kenny Humpy is he's fallen, but for the 4th time today, the caution's out. Kane, close your eyes. You're not going to want to see it, buddy. It's Paul Kashiba involved in this incident. Let's bring out the race recall replay and find out what happened to Paul. Well, Kane, it looks like Kashiba is just coming out of the turn. He goes into turn 1 and 2, and things look okay. On the exit of 2, though, he just gets loose, and he luckily doesn't hit anything. But because the car did face around back, I guess he tapped the inside retaining wall, but it brought out the caution because his car was turned past that 90-degree mark for just a few split seconds there, and that caused the caution to come out. So it's not as bad as I initially thought, buddy.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time he's done that, and it's taken him back to the back of the field, and he had made some great progress that time, and to lose all that progress, that really stings.
All right, here's the big race to the to the pits. Right now, Kenny Humpy in that front box. He's getting 2 tires, now 4. Can Chris Overland retain the lead? And he will barely win the race off of pit road. That was close. Wow. Did you see that? Chris Overland wins the race off of pit road by a hair. And then it's Kenny Humpy 2nd. 3rd, Adam Gilliland. Justin Bolton 4th. Nicholas Morth 5th off of pit road. Matt Busa did slide in 6th with Sasha Wessler 7th. 8th will be Tyler Hill. Justin Trombley 9th. And rounding out the 10 will be Michael Conti. Casey Tucker did slide in 11th there. That was a close pit exit, buddy. Now, not everybody has gone in. You still got Thomas Lewandowski here. He's going to maybe try to get the wave around Kane, or he may go in this time. We'll see. Thomas is listed at 8 laps down. So even if he is to get Dirty MX lucky dog, he has a lot of laps to make up. Now, the good news is he did get a lot of that damage repaired, Kane.
Well, that's good.
It looks like it anyhow. He still has, you know, some damage, but it definitely is not as bad as it was, I think. What do you think?
No, he's got a lot of it done. He's got a lot of it repaired. It looks a lot better. But obviously waiting for the wave around. I'm not thinking he's the lucky dog.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to he should do it about now. Yeah, there he goes. He'll get his wave around. So that's good news there for Thomas to get one of those laps back. For those of you just joining us here today, it has been a big day for Kenny Humpy, who was on the pole and started, he led 85 laps, and now Chris Overland has just recently taken first place, but unfortunately the day ended early for Tom McCormick, Ian Hahn, and Chad Lawton, unfortunately, and that's pretty much where we're at. It's been side-by-side race, and we've seen 3 wide a couple times here already, Kane. It's been a great race, so if you just joined us, don't go anywhere. It's only lap 91 of 150, and that 5th lap. Oh, and the pace car's off. Let's watch Chris Overland now take us green. Oh, it's a great restart for all the top runners. Great start here. Look at Adam Gilliland on the inside of the number 8 car.
Whoa, contact between Casey and the number 9 car. Lucky to get through that. Sasha Wessler with a great save.
Great job there by Sasha. Back up front, it's Chris Overland who's holding down the lead, but Adam Gilliland was the one that had the burst. Now he's trying to hang on because Kenny Humpy and Chris Overland are trying to run away with first and second. A little bit back, we got great side-by-side action with our good buddy there, Billy Price and Casey Tucker. The battle for position is big as the number 9 car, Duval Designs Ford Fusion. Casey Tucker will make the pass on Billy Price there, hold the lead over him. And then we look ahead, it's the 27 car, Greg McKinney, then our point leader, Patrick Crabtree, Sasha Wessler, and then Justin Trombley up in 10th. Once you look at the top 10, it looks like this. Chris Overland with, the caution's out for the 5th time today, Kane. Let's see what's going on. It's got to be near the back of the field. Don't see quite where this has taken place. Guessing, I don't know where the caution is, pal.
Yeah, I didn't see anything in particular happen. The car must have spun around and got back going real quick because I didn't see any cars around.
Well, this will be interesting. I wonder if we'll see the leaders pit. They just put 4 fresh tires on and topped with fuel. Even the guys that are talking, they're wanting to know why there's a caution as well. Looks like PJ Sturgios will be our Get Dirty MX lucky dog. So good news for PJ to get back on the lead lap. He definitely has a decent car. We've seen that number 6 Simroom Chevy have some great battles today. Unfortunately, he has quite a bit of damage to the front end of that Chevy. So, but he will get back on the lead lap. So we'll see if PJ can kind of rebound his race. In the meantime, it's our 5th caution of the day, and the leaders will stay out, but some will start going in. Some of those that have decided to hit pit road include Casey Tucker, EJ O'Rourke, Nathan Wise, Jordy Lopez Jr., and that's going to be fun watching these guys. Shane Daughtry in that, as well as Jacob Harberts in the number 21 Target machine. Haven't talked much about some of these guys that were near the back of the field. And Paul Kashiba also exiting the pits right now as well. And he just got beat out by the 20 car, barely. So Chris Overland is racking up a few lead laps here during these cautions, these 2 past cautions, Kane. I'm trying to see what a full fuel run is here.
Viewers are saying it was Kashiba that brought out the yellow flag again. So, a 3rd caution from Paul Kashiba.
Wow. It was the TV break caution. Somebody said. Oh, I swear. I love it. I love it. Guys, if you are just joining us, welcome to V8's Online's coverage of the NASCAR iRacing Series, the top split of the Open Series, and it's been a fantastic run so far. Our fifth caution of the afternoon, Chris Overland is our leader with Kenny Humpy in second, Adam Gilliland in third, Justin Bolton holds down fourth, and Matt Busa in fifth. It's been a great race so far, Kane. We're on lap 98 of 150, so just 53 laps remain here at New Hampshire, and this has been a real treat so far. I really think that the best is yet to come. I would not be surprised to see a side-by-side finish here, a photo finish even at that. We've definitely seen some great battles already.
Yeah, there's been some great racing this far into the race, and with just about a third of the race left to go, I think it's going to get really intense. I think that, like you say, the best of the battles are yet to come.
Man, looking out there at that Menard Chevy, you've got to wonder if Kenny Humpy's going to be able to get him on this restart. Kenny's cars look great all day, but as of late, it's been Chris Overland who's held the lead. The pace car is in. Here we go, green, and Chris Overland takes us. He's got a great jump, but so does Kenny Humpy. Also, great battle for position. It's going to be our good old friend Michael Conti. Now on the inside, it's Matt Busa. On the outside, it's the 31 machine of Nicholas Morse. And Matt Busa able to make the move on the inside. He's side by side with Michael Conti. Can he make the pass? It doesn't look so. He got a little loose on the exit there of turn 4. That'll cost him the position to Nicholas Morse. Now here comes Tyler Hill. He's going to lose his spot possibly to Michael Conti. Side-by-side battle going into turns 1 and 2. This is a great battle down the backstretch as Michael Conti will get Tyler Hill. That is a 5th position right there lost by Tyler Hill. So now Michael Conti back into the top 5. He'll try to get up there to Justin Bolton, who's in 4th. Justin Bolton's looking ahead to Adam Gilliland. And then they look ahead to our 2 front men, Chris Overland and Kenny Humpy. Close battle for the lead right now, Kane, here on lap 101.
Michael Busa is really putting the pressure on, trying to get through these car stage. Looks like he's wanting to follow Mike Conti through the field, but just don't got quite enough to get past. There's that Nicholas Morse right there in front of him.
Yeah, Matt Busa has looked fantastic. Matt's all the way in there. He is in it to win it, brother. I'm loving the way he's driving the race today. Like I said, I don't think he has the fastest car out there.
Tyler Hill won his spot back from Mike Conti. Sorry to interrupt, but it looks like he's going to get it around the outside.
Matt Busa fixing to get the position from Nicholas Morse, but he ends up running into the tail end of Michael Conti. There's nowhere to go. He'll have to hope that Mike Conti finds some speed. Michael finally does, and that will allow Matt Busa to try to get a run on the inside. He just can't get the grip to hang on because Nicholas Morse now, and as soon as he hits the straightaway, Matt Busa could have a run. Matt Busa will get up into the 7th position if it sticks. He's got 7. How about Stephen Ezen? He's starting to make his way up through the field a little bit. He's currently in 14th. He's going to have to get ahead of Billy Price and Patrick Crabtree to get up to 11th, and Sasha Wessler as well. He's got a little ways to go, but he's got some time. Oh, right now, Paul Kashiba, Casey Tucker battling it out. Great pass there from Casey to move into 19th. He got around Paul there on a side-by-side battle. The Duval Designs Ford Fusion tries to get back up towards the front of the field again.
Yeah, it looks like Paul Kashiba slowed it down a little bit. Obviously pushing a little too hard there, and was unable to maintain control of the car. So looks like he's backed it off a little bit, and he's just wanting to get through the race.
It's lap 105, and Chris Overland in the Menards KRN Chevy still leading the race over the Reese Tow Power Chevrolet of Kenny Humpy in second. There's only a length between the two, and right now they look about identical on speed. They're right there with one another. The lap times almost match perfectly. This is about as good as a race for the lead as you can have. Tell you what, Kane, if this race stays green, it'll be over in a hurry. Guys have got to move now, and Matt Busa knows that as he's right on the tail of Michael Conti. And Matt Busa currently in 7th. He needs to get up into this top 5, but to do so, he's going to have to pass Michael Conti and Tyler Hill. Tough task ahead. Here he goes trying to get Michael Conti. He may have some help. Tyler Hill kind of got stuck down on the bottom line, and that actually slowed up traffic. Unfortunately, Matt Busa caught behind the two. This is going to help out Michael Conti, I believe, as he'll get around Tyler Hill. Great job there by Michael Conti to maintain 5th place. He lost it a minute ago, but then got it back. Wait a minute, here comes Matt Busa on the high side. Matt got loose, got into the front of Tyler Hill. That's going to bring out the caution, and Matt Busa is in a big trouble here on lap 108. Let's the race recall replay out to find out what happened here to Matt Busa. Okay, that was not good. As we get out the race recall replay, some great action going on, and all of a sudden, Matt Busa gets loose coming out of the turn here on exit, and he comes across the hood of the Timmy Hill Motorsports machine, does a little 360 action. No tremendous damage to Matt Busa, but the emotional damage is crucial because he has been fighting so hard to get up into that top 5 again, and he almost was there. He'll have to start all the way from near the rear of the field. Oh, tough break, buddy. And Chris Overland still leading the race as the leaders head down pit road here on lap 109. It will be lap 110. Kane, this is a big pit stop. This could be the last stop of the race, and it'll be very important to see who wins between Chris Overland and Kenny Humpy. Remember, Kenny Humpy has the advantage of that front pit box. That pit stall is right by the exit of pit lane here, and it's going to be crucial to see who crosses first. Right now, Kenny Humpy's in. He's getting the rights put on right now. The car gets let down off the jack. Over here on the left side, the car is lifted up. He won't be the first off. We had some strategy here, and Chris Overland does beat off Kenny Humpy, but we had some other guys beat off both of them.
Yeah, Tyler Hill to the front as he had some pit strategy that got him out of the pits first.
Well, will be fun to see if the pit strategy holds up, Kane, because Tyler Hill only has 2 fresh tires, and the rest of the field right behind him, Chris Overland has 4, as well as Adam Gilliland. Jordy Lopez Jr. only has 2, and then you go back and Kenny Humpy has 4. So it's going to be interesting, but this is a big jump up for a few cars, especially Tyler Hill now, who should lead the race once everything gets straightened out, but he only has 2 tires, Kane, on lap 111 right now. So he's thinking, hey, I need to get up to the front. I just don't know if he can hold it that long. I think 4 tires is the way to go on that last stop. But then again, I've been wrong.
Yeah, we've seen a couple late race pit strategies that have worked and paid off, but if the guys behind have taken 4 tires, then I don't think that it's going to really pay off that well for Tyler Hill, as he was already near the front. So by the time the people with 4 tires get around him, I think he's going to be about where he was.
You know, I think you're absolutely right, Kane. I just don't think that was the right call. But time will tell. We'll find out real soon.
Now, Paul Kasiba, I thought he was wanting to wave around, but it's looking like he's in first place. Like he's moved to the front.
He is. He's the official leader of the race. Now, his car does not have fresh tires at all on it. but he is the leader of the race, Kane.
This is going to be interesting.
I know. I mean, he's definitely got my pick beat. You might actually, you might get this one, Kane. That would be something else, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know. With him not having any kind of fresh tires and having all these guys with fresh tires behind him, this could be disastrous. There's a chance he may not finish the race.
I got one thing I know. The lights are out on the pace car. The iRacing.com pace car gets ready to head down pit road as Paul Kashiba will take us green for the 6th time today. The pace car is off. Paul Kashiba gets us started.
And he spins him off the line.
Ducked down to the inside. Can you believe what you just saw? It looks like Kyle Busch. And that was an unbelievable jump. Did he get a black flag? And we got a car turned around. It's the number 8 of Kenny Humpy. The caution is out. A huge wreck. Kenny Humpy's on his lid. And his day is probably over because his hood is gone. We need a race recall replay, buddy. Goodness gracious alive, what just happened?
Well, it all started with the spinning tires of Paul Kashiba on the front, unfortunately, and it backed up traffic to the point of ultimately causing that incident.
Yeah, definitely what happened, Kane, on the exit once things kind of backed up here. It looks like Kenny Humpy either got loose or was induced to getting loose from maybe slight contact with Jordy Lopez Jr. And no matter what the cause is, Kenny Humpy then did hit Jordy Lopez Jr. It was nose vertically up into the number 31 of Nicholas Morse, and he literally nailed the wall. No safer barrier there. A hard hit on the car, and that car is done for the day, if you ask me. I'm pretty sure he's done. And he is definitely right now in the garage area. Somebody typed down in the spectator comments, "Oh my God, they killed Kenny."
That's funny.
That was an unbelievably hard crash.
Nice save by Jordy Lopez Jr., although the hit, I think, probably did some damage.
I think you're right, buddy. I think that it did cause a little bit of damage. I'm trying to get a close look on that Toyota Camry. The 32 Designs Camry does have some passenger side damage. I guess you couldn't call it passenger side. There's no passengers, but you know what you get my drift. And definitely some damage to the splitter. We'll see how he does. That's interesting, though. We'll see if he can hang on here. Because in all honesty, he's done a great job of getting up to the front when he needs to. Here we are, lap 115, and he got up to the top 5. Staying up there might be a task. I just can't believe that move Chris Overland moved. He pulled the Kyle Busch, man.
Yeah, I was a little scared that it might black flag him, but he got through it okay.
Oh, man, what an awesome move there.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny. That was a good one. But that's a tough break for Kenny Humpy because he was having a fantastic race.
Oh, it was, and the laughter is definitely not for Kenny. I know that was a tough wreck, and just a emotional one because he had such a killer race going. You get 115 laps here, and you've had a great race, an unbelievable race. You've led more laps than anyone out there, and then that happens. It's just devastational. Yes, it is well deserving of the word.
Yeah, 82 laps led by Kenny Humpy, and 31 led by Chris Overland thus far. So what a shame to see him in the garage now, 3 laps down.
Guys, this race brought to you by our good friends at Get Dirty MX, Track Racer, and Sim Instruments. And if you're just joining us, you've been missing one heck of a race. Don't go anywhere. This thing is just getting warmed up, really it is. It's just going to get better and better. Let's see if Tyler Hill can race with Chris Overland up at the front now. Also, a car to watch out for is Adam Gilliland. This guy has been extremely good. The problem for him, though, Kane, is he's been good in the long run. The way these cautions have been popping out lately, this is our 7th caution now, and you know, this thing could get out of hand.
Getting ready to head off.
It is. The pace car is heading down pit road. Chris Overland's going to give us a start. We're green on lap 118. Oh, it's a good start for Chris Overland. Tyler Hill right there in second. Adam Gilliland now trying to get around Paul Kashiba, but the old tires of Paul Kashiba are hanging on. He's going to come in to file in line, but here comes Justin Bolton now down on the inside. He'll see if he can get around Paul. I don't know if he'll be able to. Behind them, we got a side-by-side battle between Justin Bolton, Jordy Lopez Jr. and Sasha Wessler now, and they'll fall into line. Michael Conti in the number 5 machine of Justin Trombley now side-by-side, as well as teammates Esney and Patrick Crabtree. Patrick Crabtree, where did he come from? He's in 11th, Kane, now passing his teammate. He'll move into 10th. Now passing Trombley, he'll move into 9th. What is going on, Patrick Crabtree? We haven't heard 2 words from him all day. Now all of a sudden he's in the top 10 and moving up. Michael Conti up into 7th place. We got a lot of movement early in this restart, Kane. Right now, Patrick Crabtree trying to make his move around Trombley, but cannot get the move around Justin. In the meantime, the number 12 machine is looking good. It's Tyler Laughlin in the Monster Energy Camry, and he has a killer run. Also, here comes Matt Busa again. Remember, he had the accident a little earlier that sent him from right up for the top 5 all the way back to 21st. He is all the way back up to 13th. Here comes the 12 car going around Stephen Esney right now. Can Stephen hold his spot? It doesn't look like it, Kane. It looks like Tyler Laughlin will be 1 shy of the top 10 if he can get here in 11th. Stephen Esney not going to lay down side-by-side. Racing continues as we flip over to lap 122.
Ooh, contact.
Contact. Dang, buddy, what a save by Stephen Esney. You said it the same time I did. The good job right there by Esney to keep that from being a big bad wreck.
Car that's got a lot riding on the points tonight, Sasha Wessler up in 6th, the number 30 car. He's found himself outside of that prestigious top 20, and he's really racing hard to try to get enough points to get himself back into the top 20.
Big day to do it. Michael Conti now going to make a move on Sasha. He goes down to the inside line as they head into the turn. Michael Conti with beautiful momentum will make pass stick for now. Great job up front. Speaking of up front, Chris Overland in the lead. No immediate danger of losing that position to Adam Gilliland, who is back in 2nd. The key is, can we stay green the rest of the race? You wonder if Adam's car gets hot and starts to run down Chris. It's going to be fun to see.
Yeah, we've seen Adam Gilliland have the speed in the long run earlier on in the race. We didn't get to see it so much in the last long run, but the first green flag run we had, he definitely had much more speed toward the end.
Oh, it's got to be continued. His car definitely set up that way. Right now, Paul Kashiba, I'm really amazed. He's hung on to 4th place beautifully, Kane. He's got Justin Bolton in 5th right behind him, but the old tires on the 24 car are holding up for right now.
Yeah, it's a shame that he had such a bad start on the last green flag run, because he is doing quite well now that he's got going.
Yeah, he really has. Here comes Justin Bolton now. Contact is made between 3 and the 24 car, and he'll let Justin just come on by. Now Michael Conti may try to get him. This may be where the tires start to really show up. or the lack thereof. Look back in 10th place right now. It's a good battle between Matt Busa on the inside and our points leader, Patrick Crabtree, and his car's blinking out again. Not a good time to be blinking in and out when you're side by side here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Oh, now Matt Busa blinking out a little bit there. And they're side by side, Kane. That's gotta be scary.
Yeah, it's got to be scary for the number 12 car behind him. Tyler Lawless got to be pretty scared. Just kind of, all he can really do is hang back and wait for their connection to come back too.
Rebounded right back and past Busa again. Beautiful job by Patrick Crabtree to do everything in his power to get back into that top 10. He knows this race will be over in a hurricane. We're on 128 of 50. Go ahead and say 129. This thing will be over before you know it.
Justin Trombley to the inside of Jordy Lopez Jr. is going to get the move done, entering the corner quite quickly.
That's
great
great
momentum.
move. Great move, buddy. That was a really good move on Jordy. Oh no, Patrick is blinking in bad again. We got some big names that have moved up into this top 10 that were not here earlier. One of those being Paul Kashiba, another one being Justin Trombley and Jordy Lopez Jr. and Patrick Crabtree. These guys have just got up here at the right time. Jordy looks like he may be wanting to get back on Justin Trombley, Kane. He wants to get that position back. Right now he's not able to. What it's doing is it's allowing Patrick Crabtree to maybe get in a position to get ahead of Jordy.
Mike Conti definitely wanting around Paul Kashiba really bad. He's gone to the inside a couple times, looking like he's going to give it a shot, but ultimately he falls back in. Paul Kashiba a little loose there again. That's going to allow Conti the momentum he needs, I think, going into this turn.
He's bumping him. Oh, he's going to turn him loose.
All right, man,
It's going to bring out the caution, too. Not a good thing for Paul Kashiba. He just wouldn't get out of the way, and unfortunately, the contact made ended up putting Paul Kashiba spun around. Michael Conti, wow. That brings out the 8th caution of the afternoon. And that's a very, very unfortunate time in there for Paul Kashiba. I bet Paul's pretty upset with that one.
Yeah, you know, he got loose coming out of the turn. He completely lost grip, had to regain it, but then he got right back down in the way rather than try to stay out of the way. And there really wasn't a whole lot Mike could do. He just, I don't know. I don't think the fault lies so much in Mike Conti.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think that in that situation, you're the one that got loose. You kind of got to get out of the way, and he really was trying his hardest to hang on to that position. And ultimately, if he would have got out of the way, I don't think that he would have got turned around. Well, let's see who wins this battle. It's going to be Patrick Crabtree winning the battle off of pit road. What is it about these points leaders? They seem to come through in the right time, Kane. What's up with that? Tell you what, Adam Gilliland may be our leader, Kane.
Yeah, it looks like it. Adam Gilliland's in the lead. Tyler Hill in second. Michael Conti third. We lost Chris Overland.
Oh no.
I guess Chris Overland must have pitted. Must have been the first one to pit. We was back in replay mode and completely missed it.
Yeah, Chris Overland down in 12th at the moment, Kane, and I wonder why you would pit this late in the race. You gotta think it's going to be caution filled here from here out. With the aggressiveness, why go into the pits? I understand if it does stay green, you'll have the advantage, but it's already 134 of 150 in a track that laps go by very fast. Oh man, I don't know about that move from Chris Overland. That's a lot of ground to cover in a little time, and he's got to pray that no cautions come out.
Yeah, I
And the
think he
other,
was probably thinking that others would have joined him on pit road. Maybe that, if he went in, everybody else would go in, but that didn't happen. Looks like most of the leaders stayed out, and he was one of the only one in the top that went in.
Well, that's good news if you're Adam Gilliland and Tyler Hill. They are going to be starting on the front row here on this restart. Then it'll be Michael Conti and Sasha Wessler in row 2. Row 3 will be Justin Trombley and Jordy Lopez. In row 4, it'll be Greg McKinney and Patrick Crabtree. Following them in row 5, it'll be Tyler Laughlin and Stephen Esney. Row 6 will be Billy Price and Chris Overland, with row 7 being Corey Vincent and Matt Busa. In the 8th row, Casey Tucker and Jacob Harberts. And then back in row 9, it'll be Paul Kashiba and Chad Coleman. And back then, the next row, it will be Justin Bolton and Shane Daughtry. But keep your eyes peeled. The pace car is getting ready to head down towards pit road for this could be the final restart of the race. Adam Gilliland takes us green. Oh, it's a great start there from Adam Gilliland and Tyler Hill. Michael Conti right there. Michael gets loose, and a great save from Michael Conti. He could have been really bad situation there. He kept the car under control and a hold off in third. It's 136 of 150. We got a lot of laps, but it's not a lot of time. This thing could be over before you know it, Kane. You've got to make your moves now. Sasha Wessler and Jordy Lopez Jr. are in a great spot at the moment. Did the caution just wave?
It did it. Trying to find out who it waved for here.
That just came out of nowhere. Let's see where. Uh-oh, I see smoke. Let's see who it was. Could it be 27 machine, Kane? I think it is. I think it is the 27 machine involved. Let's try to see. Well, I'm gonna see if I can find out where this initially happened, and it looks like the 27 of Greg McKinney got into the wall. But let's see where the origin was. He's right across the start-finish line on the race recall replay. You should see Greg McKinney get bumped a little by Billy Price in the rear of his 27 machine. And when it does, he just taps Tyler Laughlin in the Monster Energy Camry, and that pushes him up into the wall after he bounces off of Billy Price a second time. And the rear of that car took a hard lick into the safer barrier, and that is not good news for the 27 car of Greg McKinney this late in the race. That is good news, on the other hand, for Adam Gilliland, who is going to maintain in the lead under these pace laps. It's 138, Kane. We got one more time to re-rack them. If they get a caution after this, we may see Adam Gilliland win one under caution. We will get a nice restart, but we got to hope for no more cautions. This is when Chris Overland starts to get worried. He's been, ever since we had an exit from our pole sitter, Kenny Humpy, it looked like Chris Overland was the favorite to win the race. Will that pit stop come back to bite him? It's definitely looking like it right now, buddy. We're not going to have a whole lot of laps to get things done here, especially if we have another caution. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't see him getting through those 12 spots to get back up there, but I don't know if it was a pit stop that got him back there. I assume that that's what it was, but I'd seen some other cars take pit stops that ended up much further behind. You were, because you called it coming off of pit lane that Patrick Crabtree was the first one out. So
Yeah. It's a good point.
I can't go back, 4 or 5 laps to see if Chris Overland went in or not, but I don't know.
Well, we'll find out post-race. Maybe we'll try to talk around and see what happened with him. But right now, all that matters is where they're at, buddy. And right now, life's for Adam Gilliland in the GMercer.com Chevrolet. He's still sporting that 4th of July weekend paint. I love it. It looks really good with the stars and stripes.
Yeah, that's one thing about a patriotic paint scheme is you can run a patriotic paint scheme every race of the year, and it fits in just perfectly.
You better believe it, buddy. Let's see if we get the one to go here on 141. I'm thinking we should, and we do. We'll be going green this time by. So we'll restart on 142. Kane, that'll give us 8 laps to finish this bad boy under green if we can. Might as well chop up the restart. It's going to look like this. Row 1, Adam Gilliland and Tyler Hill. Row 2, Michael Conti and Sasha Wessler. Row 3 will be Jordy Lopez and Patrick Crabtree. Row 4, Justin Trombley and Stephen Esney. Row 5, Tyler Laughlin and Paul Kashiba. Row 6, Billy Price and Chris Overland, Matt Booth, Corey Vincent. Row 7. Heading through turn 4 now on what we hope is the last restart of the race. And here it is, all eyes on the pace car as it gets ready to head down pit road. All eyes on Adam Gilliland and Tyler Hill. We're going green, and it's going to be close. Tyler Hill might have got a black flag right here because he did beat Adam Gilliland to the start-finish line. I don't know if he got it or not. Right now he's in second, but it did help Adam Gilliland to regain a nice jump out front, Kane. This is good news for Adam. Something happened. We're not full speed, Kane. What happened on that restart?
Yeah, I was watching up front, so I'm going to go back and watch Justin Trombley. I think maybe the accident happened in here, and it did with Justin Trombley head on into the wall. The number 12 car of Tyler Lawland had some help in that, and yeah, hard hit into the wall for the number 5 car.
Tough. Well, caution waves, and now you got to start thinking about the guys that are up here in the top. Looks like that caution did come out early enough. We will get one more restart, hopefully, but we won't have a lot of laps to get things done. So it's going to be real aggressive on this finish, guys. It's going to be a very important restart. If you pit now, I don't know what in the world you got going through your head. I mean, just straight up. Oh my goodness, what a race, buddy. It's been enjoyable. I've enjoyed this one. It's been a great one so far.
Yeah, it has. There's, we've had several cautions, but it's been a real enjoyable race. Even though there's been as many cautions as there has been, the action's been intense. A couple of guys that's really had a great race today. Justin Trombley, Kenny Humpy, Nicholas Morse, Nathan Wise. These guys out of the race after having such a great race. It's almost disappointing.
It is. It really is. I mean, you got 2 drivers that really deserve to win this race, and neither one of them are up there going to be able to try to win it. It's just... It is, as you said it, buddy. It's disappointing. Kenny Hump in the garage area, it's not what he was hoping for today. I mean, you got to look back. Chris Overland's in 11th, but I just don't think he's going to have the time to get back up there and fight for a win today.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's just going to be a few laps to go once we go green, and there's not going to be a whole lot of time to make up too many spots. good
right
news for
now.
Patrick Crabtree as he's made his way up into 6th place.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Him and Steven Esney both 6-7. How about Jordy Lopez Jr. in 5th? These are guys that have lucked out really good here. They have not had the best days today, Kane, and now they're up here in a spot to have a fantastic finish. All right, guys, it's one. We better hope for one to go. It's 1:46 now. Let's see if we get the one to go. And we do. So we will get a restart here. This race is not over. Don't go anywhere. We're going to restart on 147, and then we'll have
4 laps left.
That's right. Boy, it's going to be good too. It's going to restart like this. In row 1, Adam Gilliland and Tyler Hill. Row 2, Michael Conti and Sasha Wessler. Row 3 is going to be Jordy Lopez Jr. and Patrick Crabtree. 4 will be Steven Esney and Paul Kashiba. Row 5, Billy Price and Tyler Laughlin. Row 6, Chris Overland, Corey Vincent. Row 7, Matt Busa, Casey Tucker. Now let's get ready to restart. All eyes on the pace car as it gets ready. The iRacing.com pace car is getting ready to duck down to pit road, and it takes the left-hander now. All eyes on Adam Gilliland for the final restart of the race. Here it is for the number 10.
Oh, accident already. Big accident. Cars are everywhere on the front stretch.
And this is devastational. We got cars everywhere. The pace car didn't even put the damn thing in park, and it's already back out. That is how we do not want to end the race, but guess what? That is a big day for Adam Gilliland. Well, let's look at the race recall replay and see what happened, buddy. And what are the guys doing up here in the front right now? This is interesting. Do I have you, Kane?
Yep, bringing up the race recall replay right now. And I'm going to focus on Justin Bolton as I think, I don't know where this accident started actually, but I know I did see this car in trouble. Accident started with Chris Overland. Started a little too soon, run into the back of the car in front of him, and from there it was just chaos.
Man, that is so tough. That is a tough way right there, bud. That was tough. Pandemonium. Wow. I just can't believe that happened that quick. I thought we were at least going to get a lap in. And there's some cars right now just praying that they make it across the finish line. Right now, Matt Busa's car, Kane, is smoking really bad. He's actually pushing the number 20 car around.
Yeah, it's not letting me back up no more for some reason, so apparently we're stuck on live.
Hey, that's okay. I'd rather be stuck on live than way back. That's EJ O'Rourke who's being pushed around, and EJ O'Rourke is smoking real bad. He is, however, in the race still, as we are on 149, so the white flag will be out this time by. Under caution, we'll get that cool white and yellow flag, unfortunately, Kane. And we got to go ahead and congratulate Adam Gilliland for winning this race off of cautions here at the end. A great strategy to stay out. He didn't take the bait and follow in Chris Overland, and that caused him to head down to victory lane once we have one more pace lap, buddy. I'm telling you what, the car didn't even, the pace car was still driving. It didn't even get a chance to park, and it was already back out for another caution. That's how fast they wrecked.
Yeah, Chris Overland knew he had to he had to do something spectacular to get some positions there at the end, and he just got started just a little too soon and made some contact, which really busted up the field.
That was something else, man. I mean, that was a big one. I was sitting there watching the leaders, and then the next thing I know, I just hear crash, 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 and before I could even click the button, I seen Paul Kashiba nail the inside wall, and just was like, what in the world has happened?
I just heard a motor go. That might have been E.J. O'Rourke.
Yes, it was either him or Matt Busa, Kane. Matt was smoking pretty bad. No, it wasn't Matt, so yes, sir, you nailed it. That was E.J. O'Rourke. No, he's still going. I think that was Paul Kashiba, Kane. It looks like, no, the 24's still going. Somebody blew. I heard it.
Yeah, E.J. O'Rourke don't seem to be running anymore. He's coasting, I believe.
He's trying to make it around, but let's go ahead and congratulate right now as he's making his way around turn 4, finishing the race at 55 miles an hour. Adam Gilliland wins at New Hampshire in race week 19. Coming across in second tonight, it's going to be Tyler Hill, Michael Conti in third, Sasha Wessler will finish fourth, and points leader Patrick Crabtree will finish fifth. Jordy Lopez Jr. comes across in sixth. Stephen Esney, our points runner-up at the moment, will finish seventh. Tyler Laughlin will finish eighth, and Corey Vincent will finish ninth. Chris Overland will finish 10th. Matt Busa will come across 11th. Casey Tucker will finish 12th. And 13th will be Justin Bolton. 14th will go to Jacob Harberts. Chad Coleman will finish 15th. Greg McKinney 16th. 17th will go to Billy Price, with 18th going to Paul Kashiba, the last car to finish on the lead lap. E.J. O'Rourke will finish 19th, Kane, and Shane Daughtry will finish 20th. Blake Bryant will finish 21st. Justin Trombley finishes 22. Let's watch the leader here do his burnouts. Adam Gilliland wins New Hampshire.
Adam Gilliland was a driver that needed another win so bad. He's had so many races where he's got up there, led, had a great race, but the bad luck sent him back to the back of the pack, and he's just had a lot of bad luck this season, so it's great to see him back in victory lane.
It really is. He did a number on that burnout there. Continuing our countdown, buddy. We finished at Justin Trombley 22nd, so we'll continue 36 laps off the lead. Pace was Nicholas Morris in the number 31 machine. He finished 23rd tonight. 24th will go to Kenny Humpy, and as you know, Kenny was our pole sitter tonight, and unfortunately for Kenny, he finished 24th. Nathan Wise, another one that could have had a fantastic night tonight, he finished 25th. 26th went PJ Sturgios. Josh Fox 27th. Thomas Lewandowski finished 28th, and Chad Lawton, my lovely pick tonight, finished 142 laps down, and he finished 29th. Ian Hahn finished 30th, and Kyle McCormick finished 148 laps down in 31st. So a tough week for a lot of good drivers, Kane. A lot of great names just didn't end the way that they wanted to in that one, but a great day for our points leaders. They actually came in here and pulled points out of nowhere. They ran in the back of the field all race long, and when it came down to business, they put themselves in a good spot, and that caused them to in a top 5 for Patrick Crabtree, Stephen Esney 7th, Casey Tucker, great day, he finishes 12th for a track that he told us would be almost impossible for him to do well. He's got to be.
Yeah, I'd say so. Both of those guys, the PSRG guys, finished up there. I'm not sure.
Drivers that popped in and popped out really quick, and I'm not going to call them out because I understand why they don't want to talk in the race or talk in interviews. Not quite the best night for them, but yeah, there was a few that popped in and popped out real quick. But
Could be
anyways,
having some technical problems. I know that I just had a technical problem with the broadcast as well as it stopped streaming for some reason. So we got that streaming again, but looks like we're going to wrap it up a little quickly tonight. Not a big, long post-race show.
Yeah, it was an interesting night, Kane, with all of this happening. Just one of those races. That's all we can really say. It's just one of those races where things didn't quite go the way they were planned to. But you got to give it up for Adam Gilliland. You said it right, buddy. You really did. He really deserved this win tonight. I know that it didn't come, but it's not only from just tonight, it's from other weeks that he should have won races and that did not work out. And so I'm happy to see that he did end up winning this race. I really do feel bad for Kenny Humpy and Chris Overland. I thought that both of those guys had outstanding cars, and both of them really looked great.
Yeah, it was a great, intense, action-packed race, but it was, there was quite a few cautions there tonight, but ultimately I thought it was a fantastic race as far as action goes. From a spectator's point of view, it was fantastic, but there was, from a driver's point of view, several things that, man, it almost breaks your heart to see Kenny Humpy end up in the accident that he did after leading the most laps and having such a great race. And then Chris Overland's mistake that sent him back to 12th place. That was good. That one was bad as well. But we'll be back next week to see it all again, and hopefully these guys will have a much better race next week.
Yes, absolutely. And really and truly, this race, up until the end of it, it was actually a great race, Kane. We had some fantastic side-by-side racing, back and forth battles for position. I enjoyed it. New Hampshire was absolutely fantastic. It just got a little too aggressive at the end, and I think that when cars got trapped a little bit further back than they intended late in the race, they got a little bit over-aggressive, and therefore we ended under caution. So, like I said, if you look at the race as a whole, it actually was a really good race. I enjoyed it. There's a chat. Let's bring in Casey Tucker real quick. Casey, welcome to the Get Dirty MX post race show. How you doing, pal?
I'm all right. Race wasn't exactly how I wanted it to go, but it was, I'll take a 13th. I guess it wasn't half bad.
Well, I think it's a 12th place finish according to the official results I'm looking at here, buddy. So 12th, not bad. And
okay.
if you think about it, this is the way I looked at it. If you look at it from the team point of view, point leader Patrick Crabtree, ultimately not his type of track. Really, this isn't a track that suits your team at all, really. And for you guys to finish 5th, 7th, and 12th, that is outstanding because basically, if you look at the race today at a point of view from you guys, you have to look at it like this. You have to say, look, this isn't our track. What we need to do today is go in and make sure we get as many points as we can out of this race. And that's what y'all did today. I thought you did a fantastic job of turning a bad track into a good result. So I thought ultimately it was good.
Yeah, it was all right. Like I said, I'll take it. It wasn't bad. I feel like I probably could have finished better. The car was really fast, actually. Long run anyway. Whenever we got those long runs, I could really pass cars pretty well considering how hard it is to pass at this track. But like I said, the car was decent. And I felt like I was okay fast. I felt like I had at least a top 10 car, maybe even top 5. But yeah, just everybody at PSRG did a good job. Car was fast. I don't know. That was about it. Weird race.
Tell you what, though, we'll end a weird race. How is the race next week going to be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 80 laps around there, buddy?
I think it should be good. One of our drivers on our team, Kyle McCormick, he was in that first wreck. He is a big fan of Indy, and he's been working on it, I don't know, probably the past 2 weeks, working on the setup for that place. Yeah, he's really committed to trying to be fast there, and we should be very quick. He's always really fast there. He's a lot faster than me, so...
Kyle McCormick.
look for him to be hauling at Indy. He is a really good Indy driver. Just hands down, he's probably one of the better ones on the team at Indy.
That might influence my pick next week right there, Casey.
Yeah, he'll be one to watch out for because he's always fast.
Yeah,
As long as he can stay out of trouble, he should be at least challenging for the win.
my pick tonight was a pretty bad night for it was bad. You can ask
Who did
Kane.
you have tonight?
I picked oh boy. You guys out of the race so fast,
Yeah,
Kane.
I don't remember who you picked. I just remember they were one of them that was out in that first wreck.
It wasn't Tyler Laughlin. It was Chad Lawton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Chad
Yeah,
Lawton.
he had bad internet connection problems the whole race.
Yeah. So his race was over really fast, and it was funny. When we get in there, we picked him, and then we get in the race, and then we were literally like 4 laps in, and I'm like, Kane, there goes my pick.
Yeah, he just disappeared. That's what it was. He just disappeared.
Yeah.
He wasn't in a wreck. He just disappeared.
He fell through, and then he came back, and then he fell through again. So his internet was not cooperating tonight, apparently.
I was worried about your teammate, Casey. Patrick Crabtree was blinking in and out a little bit, a good bit there for a little while. And I was really concerned that he was going to lose the connection, but it actually held through and ended up getting a top 5, man. So that's great.
Yeah, he was struggling a little bit with internet too. Like I said, he actually messed up and did a Wi-Fi connection to his internet, which usually he'll run a wired, and that's what was causing him to lag. He forgot to change it over to the wired connection tonight for the race and ended up on Wi-Fi.
That'll do it. Trust me, that will do it in a heartbeat. When I first got on the iRacing service, I didn't even think about plugging up to directly connecting to the internet. I ran off a wireless connection. I thought it would be strong enough, and boy was I wrong. You can ask Kane. I used to blinking out like a strobe light. It was bad.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to use a Wi-Fi connection. That's not ideal for this. It just causes too much lag, and it's just not fast enough to handle the load of all those cars on the track.
You're absolutely right. It's amazing. Once I plugged directly in, I didn't have a problem. It was that simple. But thanks for coming by and having a chat with us, Casey. It's always a pleasure. I knew tonight was going to be a night where we weren't going to have quite a lot of interviews tonight. There's probably a lot of guys kind of frustrated in the way the race ended. And so it's probably best we just wait and chat with them next week.
Yeah, I got kind of frustrated last week. And that Daytona, that's where I would have come over here. But I was pretty mad whenever that wreck happened there at the end, and I just got dumped out of a decent finish. But we went on and won the Friday race, so it all worked out.
Hey, that's right. Absolutely, buddy. Well, tell you what, you have a great night, my friend. And I tell you what, we'll be rooting for you big time next week at, I guess we could call it the Brickyard 200 next week.
Yeah, thanks, y'all, and appreciate the broadcast, and can't wait to watch it later. And, yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Absolutely, brother. That's Casey Tucker, everybody, driver of the number 28 Duval Designs Ford Fusion. Take care, Casey.
Thank you. Y'all too.
And a great night for racing. Just a bad ending, Kane. All in all, as when we look back, it really was a good race. We had to make a highlight reel of the beginning of that race, and really
the racing was intense. The side-by-side action had lots of great battles, even some long runs that produced some great racing. Just ultimately, the end, it kind of got hairy at the end, but the first part of the race, the first 2/3 of the race was fantastic.
It really was. The first 2/3, that's perfect. It was super exciting. But I guess that's going to do it this week. Make sure you guys take that photo and send it into Facebook.com/V8s Online for your chance to win some iRacing content straight from us at V8s Online. All you got to do is take a photo of yourself watching the broadcast with your buddies or whoever and send it on in. And don't go anywhere next Friday because we're going to have an awesome race in the V8 Supercar America Series. We'll be coming to you live around 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. So make sure you do that. And if you're not going to make it then, next time we'll see you guys is next week as we come to you live from Indianapolis for the Brickyard 200. From V8's Online, I'm JD Smith, Kane Craft with me. Y'all have a good night.